I saw your tweet on Monday night about Matt Patricia's screen playbook or whatever with the giant book and the guys flipping through the pages. There was a lot of talk, Greg, on Monday about Matty P's screen game. And, during the Josh McDaniels years, I always wanted them to throw a couple of more screens. But Matt Patricia literally threw, I think, the most screens that we've seen in a football game. There was some kind of stat they showed during Monday Night Football saying they threw 11 screens at that point. They might have thrown more after that play, in that it was like one of the highest screen games in the NFL or the most screens called in a game this year. Your thoughts about the offensive approach on Monday night and what Matt Patricia called?
I'm trying to choose my words carefully. I thought it was one of the most pathetic displays of NFL offense that I've ever seen in terms of what they did. I don't care really about the end result. I mean, look, if this was, and I've seen the Patriots have approaches like this against some sort of dominating front where they say, we're not even going to try to run the ball because they're so good inside. We're just going to spread. We're going to throw quick. Like, okay, yeah, I get it. I see that. If this was the 49ers on the other team, I could see the Patriots taking that approach and I would be on board. I get it. I understand. You're worried about, Bosa and Armstead and all these guys. I get it. The freaking Arizona Cardinals, like that defense is a clown show. It's terrible. Like they came in DVOA, one of the worst in the league, the worst defense in terms of scoring, the worst red zone defense in the league. And you got to play scared like that? I mean, seriously, Nick, it was like, this is, if you go out to a high school field on Friday night and you see for instance, I live in Medway, Tri-Valley League, go Tri-Valley League. If I go to Medway Stadium and I see Medway, which is usually, they struggle a little bit in football, near the bottom of the TVL, and they're going against, say, Holliston, who, competes for a Super Bowl every year. Medway would come out and say, look, we can't go toe to toe with these guys. We just can't. So we're just going to throw bubble screens and quick games and draws. And, we're going to take our chances. We're going to take our shots once in a while, but they got to be really good and things like that. That's basically what the Patriots did against the Arizona freaking Cardinals. And I can tell you, I am in, and I don't even see all the tweets on my timeline, but I put out, a tweet today. And my tweet said, not sure I've seen an NFL offense so scared, timid as the Patriots on Monday night. They approached it like an overmatched high school team. You could understand it against, say, the 49ers, but the Cardinals, what is going on? And I got to tell you, the excuse making is just over the top. I mean, oh, well, their offensive line isn't very good. They have injuries. They lost their running backs. They lost Devontae Parker. Like, the crying, the whining is just pathetic. First of all, Nick, correct me if I'm wrong here. Yes, the Patriots had Connor McDermott at right tackle. I understand that. Did they not have four of their other starters out there?
Yes.
4 or 5 starters, like guys, except Cole Strange, he's a rookie, first-round pick. This is, game number 13 now. He's not a rookie anymore. You have Trent Brown, who you paid. You have David Andrews, who you paid. Michael Wynn, who is one of the best right guards in football. You can deal with an injury at one tackle spot. The Cardinals don't have like 4 of their 5 offensive linemen, and they're doing a little bit more on offense than you with their backup quarterback, mind you, who didn't even run the game plan for this game coming in. You lose. Okay, you didn't have Jacoby Myers. Okay, it's not like we're talking about, I don't know, Devontae Adams or anything like that. Or, when you lost Devontae Parker, I understand, but you still have Kendrick Bourne. You still have Hunter Henry. You still have Jonnu Smith, guys you're paying out the wazoo. You still have Tyquan Thornton, who you drafted, who's been getting reps. You have, and the running back situation, I don't want to hear any crying about the running back situation. Damian Harris gets hurt all the time. They've been running Ramondre Stevenson into the ground. They refuse to sign a veteran running back. They refuse to put one like a Brandon Bolden type on this roster the whole time. They made their bed to go with the rookies. They made their bed. They won't even elevate J.J. Taylor. They made their bed. I don't want to hear any freaking excuses about the Patriots offense against the freaking Arizona Cardinals in week 13. I don't want to hear it. There are no excuses. What they showed on Monday night was a pathetic high school offense. And they should not be running that in week 13. And to me, it's about the offensive line and it's about the coach. I think Matt Patricia came to the realization, or Bill Belichick told him, look, you obviously have no clue how to script a downfield passing game. So this is what we're going to do. And we can't run inside because we can't block. The offensive line that you coach can't block the run or the pass. So we're just going to, instead of running the ball outside because we can't get outside on anything, we're just going to throw quick passes and an extension of the running game. And so that's the offense that they ran. There are no excuses. This is where they are by their own doing, from coaching and personnel. And I don't want to hear any excuses. And sorry for ranting, but God, I'm sick of this crap.
Well, it's your job today to rant. I ranted last week on both episodes, so it's okay if you vent a little bit. Look, I'm going to try to thread the needle here, and it's a very difficult to thread. The offensive approach and the game plan is the game plan. It's the offensive approach. And you're going into that game with that plan, no matter who is on the field, right? I mean, Matt Patricia and Bill Belichick and Mac Jones and Joe Judge and Rothstein, whatever the hell his name is. He might be involved in the offense now, like Greg reported last week with the passing game. The collective minds in New England came up with that plan. And that was the plan before the injuries. That's what they wanted to do in the game, right? I don't think any of us believe that Matt Patricia is good enough, with all due respect there, Matty P, to on the fly completely overhaul the offensive game plan when Devontae Parker and Ramondre Stevenson go down. So it's just no. They went into Monday night with that plan. So I don't think the injuries impacted the plan. However, I will say going into the game, I said they'd score 23 points or so. And I said that last week. Again, check mark for us. We were right against the spread. We've done pretty well this year if you've been keeping count. But I said 23 points. I think I said 23-17. And, you look at the fumble by Hopkins and the scoop and score. The offense scored 20 points. So I wasn't surprised that they scored, 20 offensive points on Monday night. Even though that is one of the worst defenses in the league. With that said, I do give them some credit to continue to do enough. And I'm not telling you it was an unbelievable offensive display or that any of the stuff that Greg said about building this team is incorrect or that Matt Patricia, is a good offensive line coach or a good OC. None of that is true right now. But I do give them some credit that, you're down your top two receivers. Your third receiver, Nelson Aguilar, is the most inconsistent dude I've ever seen play the game of football this year. He'll make a spectacular catch. He'll make a couple of catches, and he'll drop two footballs. He'll fumble something. So, you're one of the only receivers that you trust can't consistently catch the ball. And so you also lose your best offensive player this season in Ramondre Stevenson. And I do think that that's a big deal. And so I do credit some of the guys, Pierre Strong and Kevin Harris and Kendrick Bourne, those guys making the plays and Mac Jones. I will say that they deserve some of the credit that people, I think, are throwing their way because of dealing with the adversity. But again, the offense in the big picture and going into this game, it's not good enough. It hasn't been good enough. And I don't think any of us believe it's going to be good enough.